Welcome to my channel Let's Code with Kundan Kumar. In this video tutorials, I will be guiding you how to download and install and configure the Flutter on the Windows platform. So let's get started. So first thing first, that we need to have to know the required applications. So these are a required application we need to download from the internet. So first thing first, as I told you, the Flutter SDK is very important, and they will, so let's go first and do it here. Flutter SDK. Scroll down and locate the Flutter SDK archive. Click over that. You will be redirected on the another page, and you locate the stable channel for Windows. You can see we have a Mac OS, we have a Linux, you can see here. So I'm going for the Windows. No, stable channel. Why it is a stable channel? Because when you are working on the web mobile applications and you are a professional, even you are learner, you don't want to the application mobile application keep crashing on the different platform. So it's a good practice to install the stable SDK of the Flutter. So I'm going with the latest one. So you can click on this. When you click, you will be guided to install this Flutter here. So I'm not going to download it. I'm going just to ignore it because you can see I have already downloaded in advance to save my time. You can see I have already installed it here. So I'm going not to download. So let me close it for now. Found it. Once it download, you can go to the place here. You can see I have already required software is available. So currently I'm talking about the Flutter SDK. So what we need to do, we need to extract this one. We can extract using this, and you can use the WinRAR or you can use the 7-zip. Any application you can use it. But before extracting this file, you should know where to extract. So it is a good practice to go to the where you want to extract. So I'm going to use my PC. This PC have only one drive, Windows C. I'm going to see. So I'm going to create a folder here. And in addition to that, make sure you are creating a storing. Okay. So I'm going to create a folder called the Flutter. It's good because I'm downloading I'm going to extract the Flutter, Flutter SDK. So I'm going creating a Flutter. Otherwise, you can keep any name that your choice. Okay. So Flutter, inside the Flutter, I'm going to organize my all the Flutter application here. Even if in future I will create some project, I can maintain the project in this folder. So I can categorize a many subfolder here. So currently I'm going to extract the SDK. So I will create a new folder. I can create a new folder. I can say SDK. This is the one. Now in this SDK I'm going to extract. So I will navigate to the download folder. So this is a download folder. You can see where I have installed downloaded the Flutter. So I will go here, right click, extract all, or you can use any application, guys. So let me use the extract all, and I'm going to navigate. Don't extract here. So I'm going to navigate to the folder I have created. So I have created Flutter under the SDK. This is the folder I have created. So click select, click extract. It may take a time. You can see it is a big size of data. It is a 2.46 GB. The data you have is going to be extracted. So meanwhile, we can download another required application, which is a Android Studio. Let us go install. So let us go there and go to the another link here called the Android Studio. So I'm going to install the Android Studio. You can go to there, click this link, click here. Fine. Now currently you can see they are saying Android Studio and download Android Studio Koala. So this is the latest one. You can click over there. When you click over this, they are going to give you the terms and conditions. You need to go through properly. So you can go through all those these terms and condition, and you have to agree. If you don't agree, you can't download. So then after the agree this agreement, you need to click on this download button. Once it download button, so download has started. You can see download has started. Since I have already downloaded in advance, you can see I have already downloaded here. So I'm not going to download right now. So let me delete it, this one. I don't want to download. I have. So we are going to let the system download. Same likewise, because we need another, since you can see still the things are being extracted. You can see still the system is taking time, 89%. So meanwhile it is being extracted, the Flutter SDK. Let's go and download the VS Code. So VS Code, this is another editor. Click on the VS Code. You can click on this first one and choose your choice of your operating system platform. I'm using the Windows. You can click on the Windows. When you click, the download will start. Thank you for downloading the VS Code. You can see here now download has started, but I'm not going to download because of, see, you can see I have already downloaded the VS Code. You can see here. So I'm going to just close for now. So I have already downloaded. Since these two applications, these two ID is important, you can choose one of these, or you can choose keep in computer both of them, because sometimes might be you are very friendly with the Android Studio. You can be the Android Studio IDE, or if you don't want this one, you can go with the VS Code. Okay, so I'm going guiding guys for both editor, or you can use also any other editor of your choice. So let's go there and let's see if still it is extracting. You can see still extracting here. So 91% so far. So it's almost about to finish the extraction. So once it be done, we are going to set environmental variable of this Flutter SDK. So let's the system complete this, let the system complete this extraction. So it's almost done, 99% is done. Once you can see it's done, is the Flutter already is open. Let me close simply. Okay, sorry here. So we go there and the Flutter SDK, inside the Flutter, this is a file extracted inside the SDK. All the Flutter SDK files are available here. You can see here. Okay. So now we are going to set the environmental variable of this Flutter SDK. So first of all, we are going to navigate. Let me do again from the beginning. I will go to the Flutter. This is the Flutter you had created a folder at the beginning to organize your all the Flutter related components, applications or project. So this is a Flutter SDK that you are the one had created inside the Flutter SDK. Inside the SDK, you had extracted, or I extracted the, we can say the Flutter. So I'm going to navigate another Flutter and then go to the bin folder, and then I will go on top, you can see, and I copy this one, copy this path. Now I'm going to create a set environmental variable. There is a different way to go there. I can go also click this PC. Okay, right click on this over this, or go to the properties. You can see you reach there. This dialog box will be open. Click on this advanced settings here. You can see here advanced settings. Click on advanced settings. The another system property dialog box will be open. Click over the environmental variables button. You can locate the path. So I'm going to the use variables for the my name Kumar, and you can set the system variable as well. Let me use this one, path. If this path does not exist, you can create a new, you can write a path. Since I already have, and then you can copy paste this one. Okay, but I'm not going to do this one, since this is because, let me cancel. This is because path already exists. So I will go select the path. I will click edit, and you can come down, or you can click here new, and then you have pasted whatever you have copied. You can see C Flutter SDK Flutter bin. Click OK. If you want to be not to be confused, because this is for only, you have set the path only for this user, if you want to be universal, any users can access this, system can access this path, then you can go for the system variables. So let me do that one also, just to avoid the confusion. Path, select the path. If not there, you can create, click on this, click new. Okay, and here also okay. So once you have done, you have set the environmental variable path of the Flutter. To test this one is set or not, let us go open the CMD. So we can search for the CMD. You can go to the CMD here. You can type in the search button CMD, and you can go to the command prompt, open as a run as administrator. Now the command prompt is open. Now we are going to write one Flutter doctor in order to diagnosis. I'm going to diagnosis to learn this Flutter. What kind of different component are still missing in my computer? It means in your computer also, when you are downloading, or after downloading you are checking the Flutter doctor. So click on that. It may take some time, so please relax and take some cup of tea like I'm taking right now. So now let me pause my video. So now you can see the Flutter doctor diagnosis, the system, and the doctor summary. To see all the details, run Flutter doctor by blah blah blah. The saying, you can see there is a red green mark and red mark on the left hand side. They are saying that there, see the red mark, green mark means all is okay. So now you can see the red mark, Android toolchain developed for the Android device. They are saying unable to locate Android SDK. They are saying install Android Studio from this link. So you can, if you are you have seen that in the video when the Flutter SDK was being extracted, we have already downloaded the Android Studio. This is because this is one of the IDE we are using. Now they're telling Visual Studio. Visual Studio, guys, don't confuse. Visual Studio is not same as a VS Code editor. This Visual Studio is different for the Windows application, Windows app, you can see. So we will download again this one also. So let's fix first of all, you can see Android Studio is not installed. You can see they are saying. So let's first of all install the Android, okay, to fix these issues, okay. So let's, since I have already installed the, you can see already have in the download, I have a Android Studio, you can see here. So I'm going to, okay, I'm going to install this one. So double click on this. When you double click, you click on the, just follow the screen instructions, run. It's running, you can see, verifying the installer. So now this is coming, just follow the next. Now they're saying you want to install the Android Studio, you want to install the Android virtual device. Yeah, let it be, because if you don't want virtual device means it's like a image of your original telephone, Android telephone. If you don't want to use your the real telephone and you want to run the application on the virtual device which look like a telephone, you can let it be checked. So I'm going to be checked, okay. I'm not going, a space required 3.6 GB. Next. Now they're saying where do you want to install this Android Studio? I'm going to install in the program files studio. You can change if you want, but let it be in the program files. Let's click next. Now they are saying that blah 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 blah. Don't want to create a offset, let it be create the system. That I'm going to click install. Make sure you have a internet, good internet speed, because while installing using the Android Studio installer, they need internet to download again the component while installing your Android Studio. So it may take time, guys. So let's see. So you see, completed, Android Studio installation is completed. Click next. The thing is start Android Studio, you can click OK, no problem. Finish install. So you can see this is a flash screen of the Android Studio Koala. You can see it has come here. They're saying, they help improve Android Studio. They're asking what? Allow Google to collect users' data for Android Studio and its related tools, such as how you use the features, etc. What is the importance of this one? Because you are becoming a, from now onwards, the mobile application developer. You will be working on the different kind of application. While you are developing application, you may face some challenges, and so when you face the challenges, let the Android community also know that challenges, so they can help improving the Android Studio. So it is a good practice to send the usage statistics to the Google, okay. If you don't want, don't, but I will prefer to go use the same usage statistics to the Google. I click OK. So fetch remote repository, okay, SDK component, fine. Now finally we have already installed successfully. You can see now, as you know that Android Studio is application can be developed for the smart car, a smart TV, wearable, a smart watch, iPad or tablet or a smartphone. So click on the next. They are saying choose the type of the setup and you want for the Android Studio. You can go for the custom, you can go for the standard, which is highly recommended. You can see recommended. Custom in the sense, if you want to customize your installation, you don't want some component to be installed in your system, you can go for the custom, but highly recommended go with the standard. As a beginner, go next. Now you can see these are applications showing that SDK component to download. Remember when we had started installing the SDK at the beginning, there was a two checkbox. You want to install the Android Studio and install the virtual device. Since we have selected the virtual device as well, that's why this component they are asking to install it. Emulators, this emulator will work like a virtual, a virtual device, look like a telephone, etc. So let's click on the next. In the clicking on the next, you can see different kind of things are coming in this side. Is the main. So we need to select all of them. You can go one by one like this here and then select the accept. But when you go one by one like this, you can select this one. You can see here. So I was thinking, okay, select on this one. Okay, fine. Then select. Better to select here one and select accept. Go to the next one here and you see this one. Then select accept. Hope there is nothing left. Okay, once it's done, let us go. Okay, it is also good practice to read this license agreement and click on the finish. Once you click finish, they're trying to download some additional component which was we have checked the accept the terms and conditions. So you need to have internet. That's why you can see it may take time, depends on the component size and also depends on the internet speed. So guys, meanwhile it's downloading the component, and if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed my channel, please you do subscribe my channels. Do like my videos. If you like this video, hope this video is very helpful for to you. So please you do like my videos. So guys, you can see still the system is taking time to download this, this Google Service Play Store, Android SDK, blah blah blah. Now they're downloading the emulators Windows. Okay, so just have a patience. Let me pause my videos. So you can see guys, now I managed to download all the components of the Android Studio including the virtual devices, but they are saying the Intel HAXM installation failed. To install the Intel XM, follow these instructions. Found this instruction on the this. So no worry guys, it is not going to disturb much. Let me first install the Android Studio successfully, since already this video is a bit longer. So I will make it how to fix it. It's some computer, it may not come and it may come. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the finish button. So let's click on the finish now. So we have done it, but we have installed the Android Studio. You can see guys, we have Android toolchain problem where we need to download the install Android Studio. So we are going to fix this error guys. You can see this one, unable to locate Android Studio, blah blah blah. So we are going to fix this error. So to fix this one, we can go to the more action, SDK manager, and we'll go to the SDK tools and install this one. You can see this is saying the Android SDK command line tools are not installed. So we can click on this. Okay, let me see any other things we required, not required so far. So let us click and click on apply. Okay, confirm this change. Okay, this may take another depends a few minutes, and it depends on your internet speed guys. Okay. So guys, we have installed the most of the plugins, most of the Android Studio components. So now let's before going ahead, so guys, you can see there was another error, was Visual Studio development for Windows app. Let me fix this one. For that one, you have to download, let us go to the Google and write here Visual Studio code. Okay, Visual Studio download. Go to the Visual Studio download free here. Okay, you can go and download the community version, which is a free. Click on this, download on this one. I will add all those, the link of the in the video description guys. You can see the download is started, but I'm not going to download guys, because I'm going to close, because you can see I have already downloaded this one. See, so I'm going to the my Windows location here. I'm going to install this one, run. Installation started, continue. It may take some time. You can say installation is done. Getting the Visual Studio installed ready. Just wait. Yes. Let me see. Okay, these are things I'm not going to use. Okay, things. Let me not install anything and test it. You can see in this one, it was showing the Visual Studio development window is not installed. Please install. Please install the desktop development with C++ workload, including all the default blah. Please install the desktop development with. Let us go and see what they are saying here. Where is that? Embedded development with C. Create what they are saying. Desktop development with C++. Desktop development with the C++. Desktop development with C++ is not there. Where is that? Yeah, this is the one I need guys. This is the one I need it. They are saying desktop development with this with C++ workload. So I'm going to do this. So guys, desktop development the C++ workload is a 10 GB. Total space requires 10 GB. Install it. Installation details, blah blah blah. Let me go and click install it. A long time. So let me pause my videos. So guys, you can see the installation of the Visual Studio is done. We can click OK. So after done this one, we are going to, close this windows, and going to relaunch this Flutter Doctor. Okay. So before doing this one, I'm going to close this command line prompt. Okay. Let's go and check the Flutter Doctor. So let me run in the CMD, open in the and write Flutter Doctor. It is good practice to before. So far we have installed the Android Studio components, SDK tools, and we have also installed the Visual Studio for the Windows Web application. So before going ahead, let us go and check the Flutter Doctor. Let us diagnose what different tools are still missing in order to use the Android Studio IDE in our for developing the Flutter application. So you can see Flutter is installed, Windows version is also installed, the Chrome is installed, Visual Studio is also installed, Android is also installed, VS Code is also installed. We have already installed the VS Code also already have installed, guys. In my computer it was there. Okay, network source is also there. So now here we can see here Android toolchain development, Android device, blah blah blah. They are saying some Android license not accepted. To resolve this, run Flutter Doctor Android license this one. So I'm going to copy this one here and paste here itself. Okay guys, I'm going to copy here and paste here itself and run this command. Okay, I'm run this command. They're installing something. You can see here they're asking review license that have not been accepted. So yes, click yes, a small y, click y, yes, again click y. You can see they accept. We have to keep clicking y. So yes, y, 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 all SDK package license accepted. So let's go and check here again. Let me CLS. Okay, let me do the CLS. Let me do the Flutter Doctor again, and you can see Flutter is installed, Windows version, okay, all those things in Android tools. So you can see all the components has been installed so far. All the component has been installed so far. The Flutters, Windows, Android, Chroma, Visual Studio, Android Studio, etc. and etc. So guys, no issue found. We have successfully done everything. So let me minimize this one and let me go to the another part. So you can see, because we are installing the Android Studio here, not to develop only Android application development. We are going to use the Flutter framework and in the Android Studio. So you can see there is no project they're showing that to create a Flutter project, because some of the student having the dots are, when I open the Android Studio, I cannot find the option to create a Flutter app project. So to get that options here, right here, you have to install the plugin. So click on the plugins left hand side. Okay, click on the plugins, search Flutter, click Flutter, make sure you have internet, you can see. So I'm going to install the Flutter. Once you install the Flutter, plugins in the, in the Android Studio, third party plugins notice here, accept it. Okay. So when you installing the Flutter, it may install also Dart programming language. Let me see the Dart, and it may also install it. Let me check. Let us first finish the install. Okay. Okay. They are saying the, let me see the Dart here. What they're showing the, let me see the Dart. They are showing the install. Let me click install also. What the problem? Because I was expecting that when you install the Flutter plugin, Dart comes automatically. Okay. So now here we go to the Flutter. They are saying restart the IDE. So I'm going to click on the restart IDE, guys. Click on the restart IDE. Yes, restart the IDE. So in short, your Android Studio IDE is going to be restarted. So you're going to restart here. So now you can see you can create a new Flutter project here. Before this option was not available. So click on this. So just follow this instruction. Click on this Flutter. Okay, these options. No, that is not done. To learn that one, if not wrong, let's see here, and the Flutter, you can see generator, you have to click on that, is not done. You have to again select this Flutter option, which is important, guys. After that, click on the new project Flutter, then click Flutter. No, this is the first time you are creating the Flutter project using the Android Studio. You need to set up the Flutter SDK path, so you know where it is. In the beginning of this installation, we have installed the Flutter SDK. So we have to navigate. So click on this here, navigate. So it was under the C. So let me go to the C. Under the C, it was a Flutter. Under the Flutter, it was SDK. Under the Flutter. So you have to go up to the depth where all the component of the Flutter SDK is there. So this is a folder, is the one keeping all the component of the the Flutter SDK. So we select up to this level and then click next. Now they're asking the what is the project name, what project you want to create. So I can create any project name. I can say Flutter underscore, let me write Flutter underscore demo. Okay, demo 1. Now, but you can see project location. They're showing the studio project here, but you can leave it here. But I don't like this one. I have already created a folder under the Flutter project, sorry, under the Flutter directory. So I'm going to reorganize there. So I will navigate C under the Flutter. I have a project, this one. So you can create a project folder, or you can go there, guys. If you have not created, I have already done, guys, before. Might be you have not seen in this video. So what you can do, what I mean to say, let me cancel it. Let me go there. I want to say here, go to the local disk C here, C, under C, go to the Flutter SDK. Might be I had created before, guys. Might be you have not seen in the videos, so don't mind. So what you want to say, I have created a folder Flutter in order to organize my Flutter SDK, Flutter related project. So you can create a right click, you can create a project folder here, and you can keep it. So you can see here. So you can maintain all the projects here, Flutter related project. Okay, why I'm recommending in this folder, because I'm using the hard drive. My hard drive of machine is SSD. So it is good practice to organize all your project and in the same drive where the Flutter SDK is there, your application is there, the Android Studio is there, everything in the C drive. So it will be easy for booting, loading, running the application because of SSD drive. So that you can see. So let me go to back here. I'm going to navigate there. So I'm going to then navigate project folder. I'm going to OK. In this project folder, I'm going to create a Flutter demo 1. So now here REST shell is application, what type of the project type, plugins, package, what kind of application, Android Flutter application you want to create. So I'm going to create application app, not plugin, not package, not module. So let it be this one. Let it be by default all those things. These are a platform. I'm going to create for Android, for iOS, because Flutter framework is a cross platform framework which is used to develop a different screen, different platform application using the single code base. So that is why you can see, you can uncheck if you want to not work for the iOS, not for iOS, but let it be default, create. Once you create, it will take some time to create a Flutter project. Now you can see your Flutter project is ready. Yes. Your readme files, let me minimize this one. Okay, Microsoft blah 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 is downloading all the files, required files. Readme files are there, and this is a main file, dot file. So this is ready-made code available, guys. This is I consider this is a hello world of the Flutter project, because this is a ready-made code available, which is a counter project using the stateful visit. So I will show you where it is. Let the system work on the full. You can see here. They're saying this Flutter plugin report features uses statistics and crash report to Google blah blah blah. Sound good. Okay, fine. So still downloading some files. So just I'm waiting for that. So you guys, you can see here I have already created project. Now you can run this one application by clicking on this one. When you run this dot files, they are looking for some device here. Meanwhile, let me see. So I'm going to use the Google Chrome, okay, because I'm not or you can also include, you can include the virtual machine, but I will teach you in the next video how to create a virtual machine, then you can run it. So once you create a virtual machine, it will appear here. So guys, now we can select this one, Google Chrome here. I'm going to run this application as a web and click over this one, run this file. One click on this is going to run this application. See, it's growing in debug mode. Fine. So it's waiting for the connection from debug service to the on the Google Chrome. It may take a few seconds more and it will be running. Yes, here you go, guys. You can see the web app is open. Is like this. You can minimize it here. Yes, this is a hello world. This is I was talking about the counter project. When you click on the floating button here, bottom right corner of this app, is you can see the counter is increasing here. This counter, so guys, this was video how to install the Android Studio on your machine in order to learn the Flutter framework. So guys, if you like my content, you like my video, please you do subscribe my channel, share, like, comments. If you have any comments, thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye. God bless you.